Hello, my beautiful fragrance family. Dustin here, fragrance fan. Go ahead and do me a solid and click that like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell notification, and I'm just going to keep on giving you guys these budget-friendly fragrance reviews. That 40-ish and under dollar range, and most of these are way less than that, and a good number of these you can find at your local rack stores. The one that I got for you guys right now is going to be familiar because you will see them on the shelves all the time. Marshalls, TJ Maxx, just sitting there ripe and ready for you guys to pick up and squirt on your skin, because that's how you should test out a fragrance anyhow, is to spray it on yourself. And I'm talking about Blackstone's Burbon and Oak. And since I did not memorize the notes on this thing, I will read them off the bottle. After I talk about the presentation just a little bit, you can actually see through this bottle. Believe it or not, if you hold it up to the light, you can see how much juice you have used up in it. This is like plastic, kind of looks like wood, doesn't click or slide into place too strong. It's pretty loose, little seepage going on there, so the quality so far is just not all that great as far as that goes. But the atomizer, silver lining, it's a decent atomizer. Fine mist, good amount of juice that comes out. So the notes: bourbon, oakwood, black currant, bergamot, Moroccan spice, and a blend of white and black musk. That was difficult because I was reading it off of the camera and it's going like backwards. But yeah, Eau de Toilette concentration, made in America. So when I first smelled this thing, I thought maybe I was going crazy because of what I thought that it was reminding me of, right? I kept smelling it and I just could not get away from what I thought this thing smelled kind of like. You get a good dose of that black currant. The black currant, the bergamot is mild in here. The black currant is pretty rich. It's in there pretty heavy. And the white musk and a little bit of those spices, it's all there. I agree with every note that's in this thing. That the Moroccan spices, the oak wood, it's all there. But the way that it's blended kind of gives me Dior Sauvage vibes. More towards the EDP. Take away even more of the bergamot, mute that down, cover it up with some of that oak wood and like the vetiver and stuff like that. Like mute that down, mute down the black pepper, that black pepper blast that you get in Dior Sauvage. Just hold on to the body with that ambroxan, the patchouli, the vetiver, and you got this. It's basically the body of Sauvage minus the bright peppery thing going on. Keep a little bit of the spice, it's got bergamot and spices in it, so keep a little bit of that, but just toned way on down. And that's really what's going on here, in my opinion. I feel like it's bourbon is like, I think it's going top, middle, base, I'm not sure. It's not really that boozy of a fragrance, but it is in there, just a little bit. And I think like that mixed in with like the white musk or something like that somehow gives it like a little bit of an ambroxan feel, just a little bit. So Sauvage, basically, minus all the bright peppery stuff at the beginning. The problem with this thing is I'm just getting absolute trash performance out of this thing. So if you see it, pick it up, squirt it on your skin, give it a half hour, at least a half hour, and then see how well it's doing, because the sprays that I just put on my hand not too long ago are rapidly fading away. The smell of it alone is like a 6 out of 10. It's a universal fragrance. It's not going to work in like the gym or the super highest heat because it's not fresh, like as fresh as Sauvage, where it's just holding onto the meaty body of that thing. So it's a little bit richer and darker, like good for like the evening and stuff. So it's not going to be good for like the high heat, but anything else, it's pretty versatile. Youthful, mature, doesn't matter. Maybe a little bit more mature than youthful, but I don't think it'll work in the winter or the hottest days of summer. Everything else is like a green light for this thing. But the performance is so bad on this thing, it's really hard for me to give it a good rating. I can't say 3.5. That just kind of hurts my feelings. I sure can't say 5. Scent profile alone is like a 6, so I give it a 4 out of 10. Just because I'm kind of giving it the benefit of the doubt that if this thing sits on my shelf a little bit longer, it's going to mature and it's going to last longer, because I know this thing came fresh off the line because they didn't have this one. The second that they did, I bought it. So a lot of times these cheap ones, they just pump them off the line and then they mature like wine over time, 3-4 weeks, sometimes a couple months. And then they start picking up more body, more projection, longer lasting for whatever reason. That's just how a lot of these cheap ones work, especially the Middle Eastern ones. They tend to do that. Sometimes it's pretty cool because you revisit it and it's almost like you just bought a new fragrance. Like, whoa, that's pretty cool. Where'd that come from, right? So yeah, overall, it's a good smelling fragrance, but in my collection, the only time I can ever find myself using this thing as of right now is maybe fresh out of the shower, or if I want to give it another chance with like a wearing, if I'm like just running up the road to like Dollar General or something, I'll just out of curiosity, see if it performs better or whatnot. So good smelling fragrance, trash performance, spray it on your hand first, at least 30 minutes, see where it goes from there. Give it like 3 good sprays. Don't rub it, 3 sprays on your wrist, give it 30 minutes. If that thing if you got to get up close to it, then you're going to have the same experience that I did. So that's my final thoughts on Blackstone's Bourbon and Oak. Good smelling, trash performance. With that, I'm out. Y'all be blessed, take care of yourself always, and until next time.